Here we go, Neil. We're on, kid. We're on. Are you with us?
Yeah.
I know you're in the corner there, like baby at a dirty dancing.
I'm just trying to get some light, John.
Neil, don't need no more light.
Yoda? I can't see.
Who are you calling Yoda? Anyway. Thanks a lot, Neil. Welcome to Flick the Screen podcast. We are part of Paralytic Activities.
Yeah.
So if you get confused, we are on Paralytic Activities YouTube channel, but this is our podcast, our movie podcast called Flick the Screen, Neil. That's what it is. Now, in this episode, we're going to be discussing Stranger Things. So without further ado, let us just get on with it. So there you go, Neil. Little nice intro.
That was a bit quick, that was, John.
Neil, I bet you've heard that before. So, like I'm saying, we're discussing Stranger Things, especially the finale. Now, it happened over a month ago, and it's been talked about, dissected, criticised, laughed at, cried at by hundreds and hundreds of podcasters, critics, etc., etc. Now, there's still talk, Neil, of a secret 9th episode called Conformity Gate. Any idea what I'm on about?
John, I'll be honest with you, right? People saying that it was going to end there.
Yeah.
No way in a bloody million years is that ending there. Who died, John?
Vecna.
Exactly. Did he die?
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead now.
Oh, yeah, his head come off, did he? But what I'm saying to you is...
There's going to be spoilers, people. I know it's been a month old.
Of course it is.
You know what we're on about.
But to all the main characters to come through that is obviously going to be another one.
Well, Neil, we'll get into that. I don't think there will be. But like I say, I've been wrong on many
occasions. And I think you're wrong on this one as well.
Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna pick the bones out of it all anyway. Just mainly bullet point it all because, like I say, it's been discussed over and over again. And if you don't know the plot of Stranger Things, especially the season finale and what happened and where it went, where the bloody are you been? Been in the abyss, have you? Is that where you've been? Our good friend Seth Constantine, the Yorkshire exorcist, he's going to pop in. And he's got something to say, Neil.
Has he?
He's got something to say on Stranger Things, the finale.
Has he got Netflix, John?
Well, I hope so. He's probably got a dodgy stick now and him. Dodgy get. And also, our good friend, Mr. One Stroke himself, Jackie P, is also going to pop in. And we're going to have a little pub-like banter about the season finale of Stranger Things. So, without further ado, Neil, here's our good friend, Seth Constantine. Neil, I saw him. Have you still missing him? Are you?
Oh, yeah, you know, I'll miss him. I'll do.
So here he is, Neil.
Hey up, you little buggers over
it. He's off.
So that's our Seth.
Fucking fast finger Freddy.
Neil, that's nothing to do with me. That's the way it went. That's the link right there. I maybe have to make it a bit more smoother, but there you go. But Neil, pin your lug holes back, and Jack's in the green room, putting on his lippy and his makeup, ready to come on. And here we go, Neil. Seth's Stranger Things rant. Take it away, Seth.
Right. Pull up a chair. Spare me the waterworks. I've just finished watching that Stranger Things finale. You know, the one the whole world's been blubbering about like they've lost a relative. 10 years of build-up for that. I've had more harrowing experiences waiting for a delayed bus in Huddersfield. They're calling it a epic conclusion. I call it a bloody mess. You've got these kids who are now 30 years old, pretending they have homework, running round a dimension that looks like someone spilled a bucket of red paint over a building site, and that Vecna fella, please. He's supposed to be the dark wizard of the Upside Down. To me, he looks like a Burns victim who's had a run-in with some overcooked spaghetti. He spends half his time monologuing about pain and suffering. I've told ghosts more terrifying than him to bugger off just for hogging bathroom mirror. He wouldn't last 5 minutes in a Yorkshire winter. Those vines would freeze solid before he could say 11. Speaking of 11, she's always got a bloody nosebleed. And if I had a nosebleed every time I performed a banishment, I'd be anemic by now. You don't need superpowers to deal with the supernatural. You need a sturdy pair of boots and a refusal to be intimidated by a teenager with a buzz cut. And this upside down, they treat it like this grand mystical mystery. It's just a damp basement with more spores. I've seen more mould in the back of a rental property in Shipley. A bit of bleach and a dehumidifier would have sorted that portal out in 1983. Everyone's crying because of "oh died" and "oh survived." If the Vatican had sent me to Hawkins in 1983, the show would have been 20 minutes long. I'd have walked into that Creole house, told Vecna to put some trousers on and stop hovering, and smacked that grandfather clock with my micro umbrella until it told the right time. And as for that mind flayer, oh, it's just a giant spider made of smoke. A bit of hairspray and a lighter would have seen that off before the opening credits. My verdict: it's too loud, it's too long, and far too American. They spend 4 seasons dealing with trauma. In my day, you saw the monster from another dimension. You didn't need a therapist. You needed a stiff drink and a way to explain the scorch marks to the insurance man. Now, turn that bloody telly off, you daft buggers. It's rotting your brain, and if I hear "running up that hill" one more time, I'm going to perform an exorcist on the radio itself. You little buggers.
There you go. I don't know if he was a fan, Neil, Seth.
I think he was.
You reckon he was? Anyway, cheers, Seth. You'll do for us, I can tell you that. Neil, we're just going to bring in Mr. One Stroke.
Yeah.
All right.
How you doing, Jackie P? How you doing?
Sound.
So obviously we're discussing Stranger Things, the finale. I'm just going to obviously just go straight into it. From the off, end of season 4, the end of the world. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
The end of the world, Vecna has just cracked open Hawkins like a bit of cinder toffee. And we're expecting everything to kick off. 11 can sense it. Will has got his gaydar on. He can sense it. It's all coming. And then season 5 starts, and it's like nothing happened apart from a bit of fucking elastoplast over the cracks in Hawkins. What's all that about?
It's a load of shit is what it is. How can you go from end of the world to, oh, let's ride our bikes to school and listen to the squawk? It's just bollocks. It don't make sense is the big problem. It doesn't make any sense at all.
The problem is it built up to be this kind of apocalyptic war in the start of season 5. We're expecting everything, bats, dogs, demogorgons or demigorgons, whatever you want to call them. The Vecna coming in, starts snapping people like it's a normal thing on a Thursday morning. But now, bollocks in, nothing happened. Just put a little bit of a metal over a crack in the road, like nothing happened. It's a good job they don't work for the council, especially around here. There's more plot holes in Warsaw. Well, there probably aren't more plot holes in Warsaw than in the plot holes of Stranger Things. So, Neil, what was you expecting at the end of season 4, coming on to season 5?
What did I expect? I expected it to be a lot better. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I must admit, I ain't a big fan of Ronaldo Ryder in this. She bores the shit out of me. I think she exaggerates everything.
Yeah.
And as for the will thing, if you want to talk about that.
Well, we're going to get into all that, Neil.
I know you are.
Slow your heels down, sunshine. Slow your heels down. But obviously, Joyce, Winona Ryder, she's probably the biggest actress in the whole of the show. She's more famous than any of them, but gets less screen time, especially in season 5. She might as well not even been there. Do you know what I mean? Could have put a cardboard cutout of her in the corner, because the cardboard cutout probably had more lines than fucking Winona Ryder anyway.
I don't know, she's got a few on her face now, ever since Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. It's probably had a couple of lines herself.
Probably.
A bit batty, yeah. So anyway, we go back to the hospital. You know, end of season 4, Max has nearly died. She should have died, by the way, at the hands of Vecna. She's now bleeding from the eyes. She's gone blind, and now she's in a coma. And she's still listening to Running Up That Hill.
Jesus Christ.
For the millionth time, Neil, I exaggerating.
The worst thing is how she didn't die. Like, she did die at the end of season 4. And then 11 comes through, I'll save you. It don't make sense. It can't happen. It's just absolute bollocks.
Well, I suppose it is bollocks, but like I say, that's all down to plot armor. They were scared to kill anybody off. I don't know why, because even though we've had 10 years of investment in Stranger Things. Well, I have. Neil's only watched it this year.
Yeah.
10 years of my life. I mean, I love all the characters, you know, but they did need to die, and Max needed to die at the end of season 4. Now, in season 5, she was basically pointless. She didn't really add anything to the show. She's in a pissing wheelchair. She's not blind anymore. And, you know, she's still listening to Running Up That Pissing Hill, which I used to love, but now I'm sick to death of it.
Never seen Kate Bush in real life. I think I'm nutter.
Well, Neil, at the end of the day, it's made her a fortune.
I know it does.
We're going on to kind of the plot armor. We've talked about Max. She's got the most plot armor. She should have died, like we just said. But plot armor of Dustin, Steve, Rockin' frickin' Robin, and obviously Hopper. Now, Hopper should have died. It's the end of season 3, was it? Or was that season 3 when he got blown up? He got blown up by a big, massive reactor. Oh, he had a scratch on him and lost his hair and went to Russia for an holiday, basically. But like Max as well, and Dustin, especially when the mind flayer turned up. And he's just about to land that leg. Now, that leg of that big creature is the same size as a block of flats. But it just rolls out the way. Dustin should have died. And as for Steve, we all love Steve, don't we? He's my favourite character in Stranger Things. I don't know about you.
Yeah, 100%.
Which one's Steve?
Steve's the good-looking one, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
You've got his poster on your wall.
There's one thing I've seen on the last episode, that he was hanging by one hand.
This is what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen him fall, and all of a sudden he grabbed his hand.
Well, this is it. It's the fact that, you know, for some reason, it took an interval break in the show. I was waiting for the ladies to come round with ice creams, you know, and took an interval break, and he's falling. You imagine you fall from a building, right? What speed are you going to be going?
Talking 200 mile an hour.
200 mile an hour, and he's already gone. There's no way in God's earth, not even fucking Lou Ferrigno or the Hulk would have caught him and dragged him up.
No way.
But fucking little wimpy Jonathan, he's got arms like pepperami sticks. How on earth did he pull up a grown-ass man who's carrying a spear and a dustbin lid?
No way. Vecna wouldn't be able to reach out his arm and grab him, John, with them big claws.
It could have been. But that's another thing about plot armor. Plot armor in this show is rife, don't you think?
The worst one, I think, is Ted and Karen Wheeler. I ain't been funny. She's had her throat slit open. He got launched into the next dimension. I don't get how they're not dead. And then she comes along with a gas canister and saves the day. It's just, you never see him again. He might as well have died. There's no point of it. It's just stupid.
Well, going back to that scene with Karen Wheeler, don't forget, she's been on the wine all day, you know, as you do, sipping away. And now she's defeated a monster with 1 billion teeth and a head like a sunflower, who's just like come through another portal and actually destroyed anything in its path. And she's just beat it with a broken bottle of wine. Work that one out then. And now she's not dead. She's had her throat slit open and her stomach. Her innards are on the floor. I'm sure Holly Wheeler slipped on about 3 times.
Did she stitch herself up, John?
She must have done. She like Rambo, Neil. Must have been like Rambo.
And Grambo.
But then again, they plot armor. Once again, no one seems to die in Stranger Things, apart from one person. She's that important. I can't even remember her name, Neil. Jack, what's her name? I can't remember.
Well, I'm guessing you want about Callie.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, looks
Ah.
like the little boy from East is East. That's the one.
Well,
Yeah.
he died, didn't he?
Who?
His ex, not Winona Ryder's ex chap. Yeah, of Goonies.
Yeah, Neil, we ain't on about that
2
season.
seasons ago.
That's 2 seasons
I
ago.
know, I'm just saying he died, didn't he?
Yeah, this is very true. But one thing with Stranger Things, if you watch season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, they bring in a new character, a big character, like Sean Astin, like Joseph Quinn, like who plays Billy. I can't remember his name. They always kill him off because it's an easy thing to do. They say, "Come in for 1 season, we'll kill you off. Therefore, we're not going to kill off any of the main characters."
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened. So how Murray survived, I'll never know.
None of them should have survived, really. In truth, not one of them should have walked out alive.
No.
I ain't being funny. You got a giant arachnid coming at you.
How did they outpace it?
I
I want to know.
Nancy Wheeler running away from that. Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll come to the mind flayer in a minute. So yeah, we're just kind of like glossing over a lot of the bullet points or the plot points of season 5. Now we've gone on to kind of the girl bosses. There's some right girl bosses in season 5, like we just said, Karen Wheeler, Joyce Byers, and we can't forget the one and only Nambo Nancy. All of a sudden now she's turned into a Schwarzenegger from Commando. Do you know what I mean? She couldn't even pick a pen up in season 1. She was that flimsy. You got arms like cheese strings. Now she's got an AK-47 blasting away anything she sees. You know, where did all that come from? Where was all the training? I mean, if you picked up one of them guns, it'd probably knock you into Timbuktu or into the abyss. But not Rambo Nancy. Forget that. She's got girl boss written all over her. She's probably got a tattoo on her thigh.
That's the one with the curly hair.
That's the one with the curly hair. You know, she was blasting people for the fun of it, killing army people left, right, and centre, shooting dogs, bats, demogorgons, and then has a little pop at the mind flayer. You know, she's got it all going on.
Fair play to her.
Should just never have happened, though, should he?
Well, no, but like I say, it's got to happen because of the narrative tells us it's got to happen. So, another big point for me, which is massive, is I don't really want to, because it's had that much airtime with other podcasts and other shows. Will's coming out scene. Don't forget, this is set in the 80s. Now, 80s, people coming out gay in the 80s was probably a rarity, especially in kind of like HIV, and that was all starting, and this, that, and the other. So I can understand that it would have been a big thing for someone to do that, but surely they would have just told the mom or dad, not told everybody in Hawkins all at the same time in a sci-fi series. You know, I mean, if you look around the room at that scene, every single character's there. I'm sure Vecna's in the back somewhere. stood there in his jammers and his headphones on. If you look closely, Neil, through the window, the mind flyer's peering his big eye through it. They're all there. The whole cast and characters all there. While Will tells everybody he doesn't like girls. Now, fair play, it's from the end of the day. If you don't like girls, you don't like girls. But we knew that from season 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, check his hair out in season 3, for God's sake.
It's the most stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Well, you know, the coming out scene and all that. One, I don't think it was necessary at all. That could have just said in a 5-second conversation to his mother, Joyce. Then it would have given her some lines to say. You know what I mean? Instead of saying fuck all. But it was a 15-minute scene, which apparently had like a million takes, a million cuts. Why? I have no idea. But the scene took up more airtime, more runtime than the defeat of the fucking big Godzilla spider monster mind flayer.
Exactly.
Work that shit out.
I'm going to tell you my point now.
Go on then.
I ain't got a lot to say about Stranger Things, but I'm telling you my points on this because it pissed me off. 15 minutes talking shit, right? I wanted him to say, look, I'm gay, get on with it, right? But now, the scene before, he's got fucking marbles running under his eyeballs. He got fucking a big monster trying to destroy the bastard world. Right? He's got blood coming out of his eyeballs, and all he cares about is he's fucking giving his man another pork sword. Just fucking get on with it, man.
There was no need for it. There was no need for that kind of coming out scene. It could have been done in 5 seconds too.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't like girls. I like boys. I'm in love with Mike. You know, but he don't love me. And, you know, so I was crying and blarting. Therefore, I've told everybody now I'm ready to defeat Vecna. Have some of that. Didn't need all that big thing. What do you think, Jackie P?
Just another reason for them to put in a quality something in it, I suppose.
Yeah,
what they do with every film and every series nowadays. We get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I understand that there's people like what they like and do all that. Yeah. I don't need a scene longer than the main scene everyone's been waiting for. The big fight scene. Everyone's waited for this to see what the big monster is at the end. If it's going to be the dragon, if it weren't, whatever. But no, I've got to hear him yap on again. It's just my tummy, yeah. I don't. Fair play, whatever. But I don't need it. I don't. And boys, everyone there, like you said, Steve Harrington sat there going, "What the fuck's going on here? I'll be outside." They don't need to be in there. It's fucking stupid.
I think it was more down to the point of the actor. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Noah Schnaps.
Yeah.
Noah Schnapp. I think it was more of the actor coming out and telling everybody he's gay in real life, just to let everybody in the world know that Noah Schnaps is gay, more than the fact that his character is. That's why he was blarting.
Is he
We
gay
knew
in
that
real
8
life?
years ago, dickhead.
What we did.
Is he gay in real life?
Yeah.
What do you think, Neil? You've only
I don't know, John.
You've only got to look the way he walks, Neil.
You know.
You can tell someone. You can say 90% of people who are gay. You can tell by the way they walk.
Seriously.
You can.
You should watch him doing the speech. Like when they do the read of the script. He finds out he gets powers. He starts twerking. Jesus Christ. The Demogorgon's at the back of him going, whoa!
Like a Nicki Minaj video. So that's all happened now. And now apparently he's got superpowers. His superpower is that he's gay. And he can now defeat the evil villain Vecna and the mind flayer, who's basically a mass of particles because he likes dick. Basically.
What character is that, John?
What do you mean? Which character's what?
Dick.
I know Dick wasn't in it. That's in the X-rated version of Stranger Things now, I think. And that's where you see the melting room. The melting room. Neil, the melting room. What do you think was going on there? And what was the point of it all?
Who, me?
There's only one person in this podcast now called Neil. No. So it's got to be you.
Which one's the melting room, John?
Do you know where Nancy and Jonathan...
It's like they're all in that gooey shit.
They're in the gooey shit, yeah. I love the way he explains things.
Well, it was all like... It was like a bukkake session.
It was, yeah. It was like, you know, here's a room full of Vecna's jizz.
Yeah,
basically. No wonder they split up. He's throwing his ring on the floor. That sounds totally wrong. But yeah, again, a scene I didn't think really... I don't understand why there was... That was like another 10-minute scene of nothing. If they would have died, or one of them would have died, to save the other one, fair enough. It can be in there. It's got something to do with moving the story forward. But it didn't do anything. They're split up. We don't care. We don't really care about Jonathan, really, to be honest. We don't really care about Nancy that much. Oh, well, actually, you do. She's a big part of the show. But their relationship and their little battle, who's got the biggest stick between Steve and Jonathan, didn't need to happen at all. And so the melting scene for me, again, was just filler. It was just pointless. And it actually went nowhere, as you can both agree.
The thing is, like, no one knew what the scene meant. They had to say what it meant, like that they'd broke up. Who knew? Nobody knew. It's just getting out his little cassette that he's got with his fucking Gollum eyes.
Yeah.
no one knows. It's just bad writing again.
I don't get it, I don't.
Well, I'm just going to say to people right now, when I watched this for the first time, I was a bit drunk, as Jack will probably tell you. So I had to watch a couple of episodes again sober. But even when I was pissed, I could still work out that this was a pile of shit, you know. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on? And then this is, so I'm just glossing over some of the main points. Then we get to the abyss, which is a wormhole to the upside down. Again, let's just explain it with 2 episodes to go. We ain't got a lot of time here, people. But now there's another place called the abyss. Now, they all get through the upside down. They see that big meat wall, and they work out that we need to go to the abyss, right? The abyss. This is the place where everything is going to kick off. This is where the main, this is like you're playing a game and you're going to meet the big boss man at the end of the game. Yeah. It's going to be the hardest stage of any game to defeat. But there's nothing there. There is absolutely shit all there apart from rocks. It's like taking a stroll and chatting through the Grand Canyon. Basically, that was the abyss. Made no sense. Jack, where was all the monsters?
Apparently, that's the place where they all come from. So, where was down the sunbeds?
I don't know. Did they take it all down to the upside down? I don't know.
They're top up 10.
I don't know. They just wasn't there. They just was not there.
It makes no sense again. The big battle. The place where you see in season 4 where Vecna gets sent there, and that's where he sees the Mind Flayer and he sees the Demogorgon, and you're like, so where's the fucking none of them there?
So if you cast your mind back to the upside down, right, in season 1, season 2, even season 3, it's a scary ass place, isn't it? Yeah. It's dark, it's moody, there's shit everywhere, there's vines. You can't touch the vines because they'll get you. They will get you. You know, there's lightning, there's cloud, there's mist. You can't even breathe in the air because the spores will poison you. It's like walking to Mount Mordor. You know what I mean? You can't, even the air you breathe is poisonous gas. And then all of a sudden in season 5, it's all right. It's fine. It's like strolling down Bloxwich at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing there apart from trash. And fucking, there's even a McDonald's on the corner if you look closely in the upside down. Where did all that go? Where did it change? The scariness had gone.
The annoying thing is that there's characters in season 5 who have never been in the upside down before. Example, Mike. He's not been there. And then they all just decide to just pop down there just to get fucking Ollie Wheeler, who's still flying through the sky. And they're just walking around like nothing.
Like there's nothing there anymore.
If this is your first time in this place, it's another world. Well, it's a bridge, whatever. Your first time here and you just run and hug Dusty.
It's like I said, it's not scary anymore. It's there's nothing. How did the army build a base there without Vecna knowing what was going on? Where was he?
Some good tradies, I'll tell you that.
I'm telling you, got a couple of Sparkies down there, a couple of Brickleys, a couple of Carpenters, a couple of Chippies. Have some of that. You could actually build a town down there. It'd probably be better than Bloxwich.
There's more Demogorgons in Bloxwich than there was in the Abyss.
So then we get to the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer just seems to wake up. He's a massive, massive spider. Now, he's the size of a fucking mountain. He's absolutely gargantuan. He is what they call in Japanese films a kaiju or a kaiju, which is like Godzilla, Mothra, them kind of thing. King Kong, you know, they're fucking huge, right? What have the gang got? You got Rambo or Nambo, Nancy. You got Steve with a dustbin lid and a spear. You got Lucas with a slingshot and some fucking water balloons filled with petrol or whatever it is. And a flamethrower. They ain't got much else.
They want to have a newspaper.
Like Seth Constantine was saying, all you need is a newspaper and a lighter and an airspray and bayonet. That's basically what they did. They killed a massive, massive kaiju-looking Godzilla big bastard fucking spider, just like you'd kill one in your own house. I'd have let it out the window, to be honest. And, you know, I'm like that. I don't like to kill them. I'd just open the window and let it out. Or just, what they should have done is just fucking find a massive big plug hole and just open the plug hole and let him go down it. Happy days, done. Have some of that. But there's no way on God's earth that fight scene with the big boss man, the Mind Flayer, should have took less time to defeat than Will coming out saying, you don't like girls anymore. What was the thought process behind that?
You can't even answer it. You have no idea why. But the biggest moment of all the 5 seasons is coming to an
10
end.
years been waiting for this finale.
Yeah. 10 years, right? For it to be done in 10 minutes, and then just go and crawl in his belly and get some kids with their fucking anacondas in their mouth. It's lazy writing is what it is.
It's lazy writing. It's just like, we need to get this over and done with as quick as possible.
The whole 11 bit as well, jumping, ripping it open his throat and jumping in there. Fuck off. You know what I mean? And then it just, hang on, it struggles to pick up a can in season 4 or 3, whatever. There's a nose bleeding and everything. And then she just throws a boulder at this fucking spider like it's nothing. They all look over, it's Elle. What's she going to do against that? I know she's got powers and all, but you know what I mean? If he wanted to, he'd just kill her there and then.
To be fair, right, I didn't mind that scene. I didn't mind the fact that she's running up that hill for the trillionth time. She's running, and then she jumps, and then she splits the mind flayer open and dives in there like Superman. We have some of that. Does a little gamble, and there you go. I'm going to fight Vecna inside the mind flayer. Now, obviously, Vecna and the mind flayer are connected. So anything what happens to Vecna happens to the mind flayer. But surely that should happen to Will as well, because Will is connected to Vecna. So that is one massive plot hole what did not get touched, even though when there was in Vecna's mind when he was a kid and he got shot in the hand by that scientist, God knows where all this shit was going on. He was in his mind, they was in their mind, I was in our mind, they was in Eleven's mind. It just got fucking so confusing. But he got shot, and then Will feels the shot in his hand. But when Vecna is fighting 11 and the mind flayer's being battered by a dustbin lid and a couple of air balloons, he don't feel fuck all. So what was all that about?
It's confusing. I
can see that you're thinking about it now, Jack. You're distraught because you pinned all your hopes on this final boss battle.
The shit I brought for this show, that shelf is covered with that shit. To be ruined just by this little stuff we want about.
You've even got Dustin's hat on.
Even that.
You know what I mean?
But I've still got the love for it, but I just don't care about it now because of that ending.
Yeah.
You think you go back to the thought of if there is a secret 9th episode. How can you revive the shit show what you call season 5?
I don't think you can.
There's no way of bringing it back. If there was a big mind twist all in Vecna's mind, it still wouldn't change the sacky pile of cack that was. I argued it for all the way up until the end episode. I argued it that it still could answer itself. It's still going to be good. When you've watched the finale, it'll answer everything. You'll think, oh, that was brilliant. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was leathered.
Yeah, you're leathered. I'm sat there trying to keep my eyes open. No, I've got to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I fell asleep about 12 times.
Yeah, your head's going back. Can't keep open for that shit.
Now, don't get me wrong. Visually, it looked fantastic. Not the backdrop, because that was all green screen. But the mind flyer itself looked absolutely fantastic.
Oh, God, yeah.
It looked amazing. But how on earth did not one of them die in that scene where they're out running something the size of a street? Nancy Wheeler, I'm going to use myself as bait, with an AK-47. That's not even going to. That's like flicking a pea off someone. You know what I mean? Wouldn't even affect it. It's that big. You know what I mean? And then chases her into a cavern, a dead end. Why he's chasing, I don't know. Ain't affecting me at all. How on earth did the rest of the gang, the Scooby gang, get to the top of that mountain in 5 minutes You know, it's like climbing Snowdon in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? How
I'll
the
tell you
fuck did
what.
they get up there?
It's because Lucas does his run. Fucking climbed up it there.
What is it? His dog run.
He's fucking. Yeah.
But yeah,
He's gone up, come back down, grabbed the rest of them, took them all up one by one, and they're there.
I can imagine the Duffer Brothers, right? They get the right. This is the script for the final battle, and it's I'll just say it's about 20, 30 pages. They've gone, looks and goes, nah, just a one page, that'll do. Just a one page. Here we go. 15 minutes. Mind Flayer's done. We need to get back to all the lovey-dovey. Wrap it up nicely in cotton wool, in a velvet ribbon. No one dies. Happy ending. Have some of that.
Which could have been done in, 25 minutes, should we say?
Yeah. We got Demogorgon fatigue. We got Demodog fatigue. We got Demobat fatigue. You know, we don't need none of that anymore. We've had enough of that. Let's just get back to Walkins and, you know, go and have a milkshake in Malvado's or whatever it was. And like nothing happened. And that's what it seemed. It was so rushed. It was so badly written. And it was just so fucking disappointing. Even though the Mind Flayer looked absolutely fantastic. I didn't mind the 11 bit, having a little fight with a Vecna, even though I think it was a little nod to the Lost Boys, where Michael and David are fighting at the end of the Lost Boys. It's quite similar. And obviously, if you have watched the Lost Boys, if you haven't, you know, why not? It's one of the best films ever made. Vecna gets impaled on a spike, just like David, not the Ed Vampire, gets spiked in the Lost Boys after their little battle together. So it's quite similar in that way. But one thing they did miss is they all just jump into the carcass of the smoking carcass, because it's been on fire, of the Mind Flayer, and just join up for a little meet and greet. You know, like it's a normal kind of thing. Vecna's there dribbling. You know, he's been spiked by some kind of giant tooth. Oh, hold up, who's this? Joyce turns up. She's got some lines to say.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that she's been through a lot from the start with the vanishing of Will Byers and all that, and going to Russia with Hopper and thinking Hopper's dead. But season 5, she done absolutely fuck all. She was basically a cardboard cutout in the background. So she steps up. Now, here's a chance for you. Now, Vecna's dying. He's on a spike. They've done all this. There's so much things in season 5 what didn't need to be there, didn't get explained. Plot holes galore. The one where they keep going into Vecna's mind and he's there doing the play, The First Shadow, what no one's seen, you know, in London. And Joyce Byers is there, Hopper's there, they're all there, and it doesn't get explained. So here's a chance for you right now, Doofy Brothers. Well, Vecna's there on the spike. Before he gets his head chopped off, he could tell Joyce that I am Henry Creel, and I got overtook by the Mind Flayer, blah, 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 and actually revealed himself. All that would have been a better ending than what we got. Then lob his head off if you want. At least we've got some kind of backstory for Joyce herself, because she still hasn't got a clue who the bastard is.
Well, this is the thing, though. They all know that it's Henry Creel. They know his name. They know it in season 4. They find out in season 4 who it is, and then in season 5 they're talking, oh, Henry's this, Henry that, Henry this, Henry this. And you'd think that Hopper and Joyce went to school with him, and you think, well, I know him.
But it never gets mentioned. Never gets mentioned.
They're too busy trying to get the fucking Vecna's love lamps out of these kids' mouths.
Can I say one thing? Yeah?
Yeah.
The floor's all yours, Neil. The floor's yours. The floor's yours.
When he's on the spike, yeah, and fucking she went, you've messed with the wrong family, right? I felt like chopping my own fucking head off. I'll tell you something now, right? That ain't now fucking, I think we're going to need a bigger bout, is it, John?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
I think that's what they wanted. Some fucking catchphrase.
It's awful.
Fucking shit.
Joyce, it's never going to be a catchphrase. It's not going to catch on.
Especially
from yeah. Have it on your t-shirt, Neil.
Yeah.
That'd be a good thing. So yeah, so they just lobbed off Vecna's head. Vecna is now dead. Basically the end of Stranger Things, isn't it? It's done. It's dusted. It's dusted.
Well, I don't know, John. I reckon his brother's going to fucking turn up.
These these characters, these villains over the last, the first season, it's all about finding out it's the Demogorgons. Season 2, it's the Mind Flayer and the Demodogs. Season 3, it's the big Mind Flayer in his physical form. And then you get to season 4 and you're introduced to Vecna and you think, fuck, that is a cool villain. Look, he's creepy. And then season 5, it's like, he's a tit. He's just a plain and utter tit. I ain't being funny, right? He's chasing after Holly and what's her name, Max. Right? He's there saying Max for the 100th time. We've heard it every time. And Sorcerer Will just texts him over. I'm not being funny. The strongest villain, right? He's done everything what's happened over the 5 seasons is because of him. And you're letting him take over you. I'm surprised he was dancing.
What, twerking?
Yeah, he's done it in the script read. Why can't he do it in the show? He gets Vecna and he snaps his leg, and then he snaps his arm in the final battle.
Well, so this is it. Vecna is supposed to be this big protagonist. He's a massive villain, but is he a shit villain? To me, season 4, he was a good villain. He was really good. You know, who is this fucking creep? You know what I mean? He's snapping people like fucking glow sticks at a rave. You know what I mean? He's just snapping people. Season 4, he doesn't snap anybody. All he does is wander around as Mr. What's-It. Piss
what
off.
A shit name, by the way. That's just so they can get a bit of money off the What's-It's, call they? But
that was a bit cheesy, to be honest.
The worst thing is, season 5, episode 4, when he walks in and does his whole Darth Vader bit, where he's just throwing everyone, snapping them, doing all this, you think, whoa. I'm glad he's here now. He ain't been here for the first 4 episodes. Where the fuck's he been?
He's had machine gun fire. He's had fucking fire throwers, flame throwers thrown at him. Doesn't bother him. Have some of that Darth Vader. Piss off. Crack.
And he's a bit creepy again, and he brings Will over and starts stroking his cheek again. But he's throwing everyone
return
everywhere.
To the dark side, Will.
Oh, God. I just don't understand how you can make a character like that, right? Make him throw everyone about, make him look the bollocks. And then, just from that episode, he just goes down. And we'll talk about him, because he's a bit of a weirdo, right? And they done it on purpose. First of all, his love lengths. What's that about? He's putting anacondas down kids' throats. That how right, is he?
No, it's how right.
It's a bit weird. And then the worst one, which is I don't know if they've done it on purpose or it was on accident. When you see him take Holly and he puts her in the house and he closes the door and he's staring at the camera, smiling. And then Mr. Sandman starts playing. And it's the clapping. That's a bit weird, eh?
What do you mean, the clapping?
Have you, the intro of Mr. Sandman?
Go for it.
It's like the clapping bit, and he's just trapped a child in there. You know what I mean? It does sound right. I've seen everyone say it, that it's a bit weird, and they don't know what they was trying to do with the character, but it does seem that,
what are you trying to get at?
It seems like they're trying to make Vecna turn it into a bit of a pedo.
Imagine if when he was on the Spark and he turned into Prince Andrew.
Or Jeffrey Epstein.
It's little stuff like that you've gone from making him this villain who can snap people in half by just looking at him, and he's literally he's a destroyer. He's all this. To a creeper who's trapping kids in his house. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do. Like I said, with the kids things, saying that he only took them because they was weak-minded. What was the point of the clocks in season 4? That had nothing to do with season 5. Taking the kids in the first way was pointless. What would have been a lot better was that he took some of the main characters. That he took Steve, he took Dustin, and they was having the love lengths in the throats. Do you know what I mean? We don't need all these kids and new characters. Didn't need none of it. Didn't need Holly Wheeler. Even though a lot of people like dipshit Derek, again, didn't need it. Did not need it. His parents are still tied up in that fucking barn, by the way. They're still there.
He's
No one's
still
even
telling
checked on
people.
him.
He's still telling people to suck his fat one.
And he told Vecna to suck his fat one.
He
But
would have if
everyone's
you
been-
give him the chance.
Everyone's been sucking Vecna's fat one for the last three
Right.
seasons.
It's
Dirty
wrong.
bastard.
It's a bit weird, and they can say that. Oh,
Well, the
creepy.
Doofy brothers, to me, probably didn't even think they was doing any, because a lot of the things they wrote didn't make any sense anyway, or that's if they wrote it in the first place. Probably used chat GBT for a lot of it. Do you know what I mean? But
Well,
because there was so
ending.
many things what didn't make sense, especially in season 5, what didn't add up from season 4, and things from season 4 didn't add up in season 3, I don't really think that they put that much thought into it all. I really don't.
I think the big problem is they left it way too long after that season to finish it off. It was what,
Three
4
years?
years?
3
Something
years,
like
I think it was.
And
But it was bringing it out on Boxing Day, bringing it out on New Year's Eve, 2.5 hours. It's going to be massive. It's going to be in theatres. You know, you're
Christmas
thinking,
Day as
this
well.
is going to be great. This is going to be, like in the words of the Doofy brothers themselves, it's going to be a dark Christmas.
But
It was dark, all right, but not in the right way.
exactly.
No one fucking died.
It's just, again, the releases of it, like Christmas Day. I just want to eat my pigs in blankets, but no, I've got to worry about if Steve Harrington's going to die or not. I mean, looking at it now, there was no fucking chance. New Year's Eve, I want to have a nice tipple, but no, I've got to find out if Vecna's going to win or not.
I know.
It's just straight, for me, Halloween, they should have done it all in Halloween, and then the final episode, the 31st. But is that Netflix's fault?
Could be. Don't know.
Because
Don't know.
the Duffer Brothers, after watching like that documentary we watched, it's like they've based this series on like lots of horror and thriller films and that. And you think, well, why are you releasing it at Christmas? Is it because the bloke who plays Hopper was in fucking Silent Night as Santa?
Which
Or
was
maybe with his
also
axe.
shit.
In pantomime.
It was also shit and all. So yeah, Stranger Things. The Vecna's done. The Mind Flayer's done. Let's go 18 months. Fast forward, back in Hawkins, everything is back to normal. They're building up the library where the Upside Down apparently was. Everything is back to normal. The army have gone. Where they're gone, I don't know. Why have none of them been arrested? They've killed army people. They've killed personnel. They've broke into so many things. Hopper is a fugitive. You know what I mean? He's been in jail in Russia. He's on the run. But now, do you know what? Let's just give him his job back.
Sheriff.
He's just a sheriff again, like nothing happened. The kids have got away with murder, basically.
It did start off, right, when it skipped to that 18 months later with Landslide playing, you thought, oh, the song choices there was good. And you think, like, oh, this could be a nice ending there.
I've never been a fan of Purple Rain, to be fair.
Yeah, that right, quickly before we go on to that. You're telling me the final song before they blow up the Upside Down is that fucking When Doves Cry? It's a good song, it is. But really, you go from Master of Puppets to that.
Purple Rain, wasn't it?
No, it was When Doves Cry. Purple Rain was when Mike just before he flies off away.
Yeah, you can't go from Journey in end of season 4 to a Master of Puppets to fucking Prince, When Doves Cry and Purple Rain. I ain't having it.
Shit off.
They should have just gone all out and I'd run up the hill for the fucking trillionth time, and I ain't exaggerating there, Neil.
And that's where I'd have turned it off.
What happened to fucking Stephanie?
Don't know. I remember Neil going to me. He goes, "There's going to be someone who's going to make a fortune off this season." Old Tiffany. And he played it once.
It's just stupid.
Never mentioned again.
The song choices were good for certain parts, but then like the final, you just think it's just a waste of a scene. I think after that.
Do you know what? I'm just going to sum up quickly about some of the things. Like I say, the army, pointless plot, didn't need to be there. Linda Hamilton did not need to be there. She looked fucking horrendous.
It's just
they just pissed off.
Yeah.
the clocks from season 4 didn't have anything to do with it. The kids, again, like we discussed, the whole thing with the scientists with the box in the caves with the mind flayer particles, none of it was explained. What was he doing there? You know, it was just a big reveal of, if that massive particle was so important, how did an 11-year-old kid open it just like opening a suitcase for school? There was no code on it. There was nothing. He just clicked it open. There you go. Here's a rock. Have some of that. Whoopee fucking do. Whoopee do. You know, the upside down ain't scary anymore. It was just full of filler material. The biggest problem for me was how they brought it out. The long wait for everybody for season 5. You know, we'd forgot about the show, to be honest. And when they said, yeah, it's coming out then, you think, oh, this is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be 5 or 6 or 7 episodes like movies. It's going to be fucking tense. There's going to be so much death. There's going to be so much this. And we got nothing, basically. We got 6 episodes. We've got an Asian Street, basically, in the 80s. With a couple of nice bit of music, a couple of demogorgons thrown in, or demi-dogs, or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, it was a big letdown. But to sum it all up, imagine, right, you've been given a present or a gift at Christmas, and you love this present, and you've loved it for 10 years, you've played with it, it's your favourite thing of all time, right? And 10 years down the line, someone nicks your favourite gift and toy that you've enjoyed through 10 years. They've took it out in the garden, they've smashed the fucker up, they've pissed on it, they've shit on it, they've thrown it in a lake, a fish has ate it, a fish has shat it back out. And that, to me, is what they've done with Stranger Things season 5. They got something what was good and cool season 1, and to me, it just got worse and worse as the seasons went by. Apart from maybe season 4, even though it did have a lot of bad points in it, but it was still very good. But Vecna, even though we loved him in season, I think the whole Vecna thing ruined the whole show. It was all based around Henry and Vecna now, and the world he lives in. What bollocks to that? Let's get back to Hawkins. Hawkins, where it should have all ended. The battle should have been in Hawkins. Done and dusted, or dusty. Have some of bloody that. So, on that bombshell there, people, Jack, season 5, the finale, give me a rating out of 10. What would you give it?
4.
4 out of 10.
There's a lot of things like 11's death. Why leave it on a cliffhanger? Just be done with it. She's dead. Yeah. I don't want to see her go into her 3 waterfalls.
But is she?
But this is it. Why should I be left to think about it on my own? Tell me she's dead. Don't try and give me hope that she's alive. I mean, not that I give a shit anyway, look, but it's just stupid. Bad writing.
Neil?
I'll give it a solid 5.
So you said to me when you first started watching Stranger Things back in the day, Neil, you loved it, didn't you?
I loved it.
You thought it was absolutely fantastic.
I loved it.
And you probably will watch it again. But you'll probably get to season 5 and you probably go, I can stop at season 4, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can stop. And just imagine that the end of the world is nigh, and I don't need to watch season 5 anymore.
Because it took so long to get to that season. It's what?
Are you eating while we're doing a podcast?
Having a raisin. Raising awareness.
Raising awareness for what? Do not watch season 5 of Stranger Things.
Yeah. I thought it was very, very disappointing. I lost interest, to be honest.
So anyway, we get to the epilogue. It goes on for 45 minutes of the final ever episode. Do you know what? I didn't mind it that much. Didn't really mind it that much, to be honest. It could have got 15 minutes max and should have been done and dusted. You know what I mean? Yeah. Passing the baton to the kids to play D&D. Fair enough. Done. Be done with it. Put it in a box. Never see it again. Throw it off a bridge into like Jumanji, the game. So yeah, me personally, I will give. I've always been a big fan of Stranger Things, but I will give season 5 out of 10. Fucking 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I've only given 1 point extra because of how cool the Mind Flayer looked, even though he was dead in 5 minutes.
It's unfortunate. It's
very unfortunate. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Very bland. And what a sad end to a great show, which we watched for 10 years. So there you go, Neil. There you go, Jack. Jack, thanks for coming on, pal. You will do for us, I can tell you that.
Cheers, Jackie boy.
So there you go, Neil. Neil, before we wrap it up, I just want to say I've kind of been shouted at by a Mr. Monkey Magic.
Okay, now. What do you mean? What do you mean? A Mr. Monkey Magic, John?
We don't know if it's a
Mr. or is it a Mrs. or is it a them? Do we know?
No, but I've got a feeling it's a Mr.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling. So Mr. Monkey Magic says, John and Neil, why didn't you use my outro? What I suggested. And obviously Neil doesn't read the comments, so
I do read the comments. How come that bollocks?
So Neil, what was the message then? What was going to be the outro?
Good night from me.
And good night from him.
Good night from him.
So we'll do it then. This is all for you, Monkey Magic. So you can't shout at us no more. So anyway, that's the end of today's podcast. Flick the screen. Even though we are still partnered with Paralytic Activities, because so you can still go and watch it and you can still listen to it on Paralytic Activities. But it's our little section of Flick the Screen, a movie podcast. So yeah, Neil, we're just going to say it to Neil. That's what we're going to do.
Well,
So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Till next time, you mons. We'll see you next week.